Alright guys, so today the video we'll be making is I just want to talk about some of my grievances or opinions or thoughts on the things that the devs should be doing, or like making improvements on, or just like things that I think are bad signs or whatever for the game going forward. I got inspired to do this video based off of the patch that they did or were going to do regarding the ticket limit on the star-studded pool and the other banners. I was like, my first reaction to it when I first saw it, that's why I didn't make a video on it. I'm like, why are they doing this? There's no reason to do this. Like, you need 30 to do the guaranteed legendary, so limiting to 10, it would take like 3 weeks if you're just relying on that. It'd take you 3 weeks just to get one legendary. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That's a bad move. I'm happy that they fixed it. So yeah, and then the Anthony Davis banner drop and the Clay banner drop, I was like, okay, I think I need to make just a small list of things that I think like need to be worked around or whatever. So I'm gonna start off plain and simple with the banners. So the game changer banner. Now this banner is, if they're gonna keep doing this, at some point they need to get rid of these guys as like featured or something, because they can't keep dropping these banners and having these characters featured while they're on this banner and you can wishlist them, and they're probably gonna be on every Game Changers banner going forward. I don't see the reason why they can't drop the Anthony Davis with another character like that hasn't gotten a banner yet, like a Kawhi or something, like or like not even two legendaries. Like, it could be Anthony Davis and another epic card that isn't in the game or isn't featured, like Jaylen Brown or the Clay. Or that's what I thought when I thought the Clay was like, I thought he was going to be on either Team Infinite or he's going to be a part of this banner, but he's not. I don't know, or like dropping like Anthony Davis with like Ann or something. Like, I don't know why they're doing this. And then it's like because he like, and then on top of it, the drop rates are so bad. I've not gotten a single legendary outside of the guaranteed step. So when you think about it, when you break it down, it's like, okay, you're gonna do 3 summons or 3 packs, 3 drafts to get, like, most likely you're going to get Tatum or Lillard or Embiid, and you have the option to get those players since day one. So it's like, what's the point of really summoning on this banner when you're most likely not gonna get Anthony Davis? And if you do get him, how many copies of him are you going to get? How many times can you do a multi or pack or draft or whatever to get enough copies to rank up this Anthony Davis? So it's like, they need to adjust like these banner formats, the featured list, the boost, and just, yeah, like they need to upgrade like the rates as well. Like, it shouldn't take me like the three multis every single time to get a legendary. I should be able to do one multi, even if it's a low chance. Like, I should still, like, so far I've not gotten it. I haven't seen any video in which anyone got that. Like, every time, you can speak for yourself in the comments if you've gotten a legendary before the guaranteed step. I don't think any, like, if someone has it, good luck to them, man. And then it's the same thing with the epics as well. This banner, the Clay banner, this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Like, why does this exist? So they removed Donovan Mitchell and some other, I don't know who else out of packs. So they're only available in the star-studded pool, and they created a specific banner for Clay in which he has his own set of tickets that you have to buy. You cannot grind this in-game ticket for whatever reason. I don't know. This is just some money-hungry like thing where it's just like, how does this benefit players? Like, in what way? And it's the same thing with the epic step. You need 2 multis to get a guaranteed epic. You're most likely not going to get clay before that step, and even then that step isn't guaranteeing clay, it's just a higher chance. So you're most likely going to walk out with one of these other guys. So it's like, it's the same thing. You need 64 copies to max rank a player, and there's just nothing here that guarantees you, like, even not even guarantees you, but even indicates that you could possibly pull enough copies of a character if you do enough summons. There's just nothing regarding any of that. I think this is just a terrible idea. I think if they were going to release Clay, he should have been a part of Anthony Davis banner. He should have been able to get wishlisted. And yeah, I don't understand this. This is just like the most money hungry thing I've ever seen. So that's just one. The next thing that I want to talk about is the resources. Now, I bought the MVP pass, as you saw, so I get a lot of the resources that I use to upgrade characters out of it. But like this needs to be able to update every single week or something, because I have 100 of these, and then these have just been maxed out. I have not been able to repurchase them or anything since then. I don't see the point in that. What's the point of doing this stuff? I don't even do it all the time every day, but it's like, what's the point of doing this stuff if I can't really take advantage of it whatsoever? So yeah, there's limited resources in the game. I don't think players even are able to earn, like, I feel like players should be able to earn at least like 2 to 3 million per month off of just grinding missions and all this stuff. I don't think that's possible right now. Just based off like dailies, just based off daily stuff and missions. And I think that's gonna seriously hurt the lifeline of the game, because it's like, I don't think most games developers or gaming companies realize, but it's like, bro, the free-to-play players make up the vast majority of your player base. If they are not happy, no one will be playing the game. Like the whales or the players that spend the most amount of money, they're like less than 10% of your total player base, even though that's where the majority of the money comes from. But it's like they're like normally like 10% or less of the entire player base. So it's like you're pandering to or catering to like a very small portion of your character base. And if most people aren't playing the game, they're not recommending the game to anyone, like, who's going to play the game? You're not going to see any long-term success of this. So I feel like they should lower the limit for, especially for legendaries. I don't know what they're going to do with that mythic legendary that's that eventually will come out, but like they need to lower the limit of the cost of cards to rank up, especially at the legendary and upwards. I think epics is kind of fine, because like most epics won't cost you more than 20 mil, and if you're just selling majority of your cards and stuff, I don't think that's too hard to get. But at the same time, I think players should be able to have the ability to, in the long run, max rank a character. I don't think the way it is set up right now, like any player within the next like 2 months might be able to max rank a legendary. I'm just being very honest, unless it's like one of the cheap legendaries that you're most likely going to pull majority of the time, like Dame and Tatum and Embiid, like those characters that are constantly featured and you probably have multiple copies of and are very cheap and consistent on the market. So yeah, limited resources is something that they need to add. Like they need to find better ways to get players more resources and stuff in game. As I stated before, the pull rates, they need to fix that stuff as well. The character pool. So this is something that I've been thinking about as well, based off the banners. I'm just like, why aren't certain characters in game already, and why aren't they making banners specifically for the characters that aren't available? So if you go over here, like the Steph, LeBron, Durant, and you go into the epics. Like Trey only really able to get him like on the last banner, and it's like DeRozan, Murray, JJJ. Like some players have these characters, but they're not available on the market. Like you're not gonna see these characters on the market. They need to find ways to get these characters more involved into banners. They need to upgrade the Team Infinite banner or bring back the Cover Classic and just put those characters featured. Like rotate those characters as featured, or able to just select or wishlist one of every, like one or two of the epics out of the pool. Like they need to just increase the rates on this stuff and then like be able to have this, because the way the market is now, majority of these like Clay just came on in his banner, and it's like you're not gonna be able to get him. Like he doesn't exist on the banner anymore, on the market. Same thing with Cat. Like he's such a good player, so people just buy him and sell him, and then you're not gonna see any Jaylen Browns or Porzingis or like these characters don't exist on the market. Like they just don't. This is something they're gonna need to fix, and just need to do something about that with the character pools, the banners going forward. Another thing that they need to fix is just matchmaking in general. There should be no way that I'm playing with a player and I report this player if like they're uncooperative or whatever, that they're doing something that's like, especially for me in the Hall of Fame, I realize that I'm getting matched up with a lot of players that are just complete ball hogs. They don't want to pass. They don't care about the team build. They just want to run their player, all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, if they're going to do this and I want to report this player, I should not have the ability to get matched up with this player in the next game or the next few games afterwards. I don't want to see this player. I don't want to match up with this player, whatever. Like something like that. They have to fix matchmaking, because like me, I want to play and have fun and grind and try to get as many wins as possible. But if I'm playing with people that don't care about that, they don't care about winning or anything, then I'm just not gonna want to play the game like that. I'm just gonna hop off and then, or just get out the queue and wait for them to load into their matches until I do that. And that's just not fun. That's not something I should be needing to do to have a good experience in 3v3 ranked and stuff. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to state as well. And then something I want to mention, I think this is like very big, is like as players see, and based off of the update they wanted to make with the tickets and the banners and banner formats and pull rates and all this stuff, everything in the game so far indicates that this game or these developers or the company or whatever is very money hungry. Like the fact that Clay's banner, you're only able to do this stuff. Sorry, Perceptor. He's streaming right now, right while I'm recording this. But yeah, the fact that his banner, like, you can't grind the tickets. You have to specifically buy get this off. Yeah, you have to specifically buy like the IC to get the tickets to do his summons, and you're not guaranteed the character. You're not even guaranteed a few copies of the character. It just won't happen. Like if you're just unlucky. So it's like everything they're doing is so money hungry. There's nothing really here that benefits free-to-play players in the long run. That's something that just can't happen. The majority of your player base for all these mobile games, or just games in general, are going to be players who are completely free to play. They're not looking to spend money on the game. They only want to spend money if they deem it necessary. And right now the game is forcing you to feel like it's necessary to summon or spend to reach whatever, to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. And that's just not fun. Like when players are greatly benefiting from just playing the game and getting all the resources and feeling like, okay, my account is progressing normally or progressing in a good way. Like if there's something like a discount or something that in the game that is like, okay, this provides me with some value that will help me further along my journey to where I want to be, then it kind of incentivizes me to be like, okay, I can make an attempt at this. It doesn't hurt me in the long run to spend this here, or it doesn't like make it seem like, okay, if I spend this here, I won't ever reach or get these resources or get to wherever I'm at without spending this. It's like I'm just shortening the process or anything. And that's what incentivizes players to spend money in the long run. I don't know about you guys, what other games you play. I don't really play the other NBA mobile games or whatever. The only really other game that I play is Dokkan. I don't know if you guys know that game. It's a Dragon Ball Z mobile game. It's been going on for like almost 10 years now, which isn't very uncommon in the mobile game aspect based off what I've heard and seen. Like, and what they've really done is like over the past, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years, they've really focused on player feedback and like quality of life updates and stuff like that, which has just extended the longevity of the game. They haven't done everything, but like the game is super free to play. I was very free to play with that game. I didn't spend up until like a few years into it. And then it's like, because of how free to play friendly the game is, it was like I don't need to spend. I'm really just spending because I feel like if I spend, I can get to where I want quicker, or giving me more options to get to what I want. It's not a guarantee. It's not necessary. It doesn't feel like it's necessary for me to do that. And that's where this game is going wrong. It's setting up everything in a way where if you don't spend, you won't ever get to where you want to be. And players are just eventually going to stop playing. You're going to stop grinding, and you're just going to hear more and more complaints. So that's something that they need to sort of, they need to be very customer or player feedback centric if they're going to extend the lifeline of this game, because the pay to win players are only, as I said, a small portion of the overall player base. They're not the players that are going to be recommending and playing with friends and doing all this other stuff. So yeah, they need to start focusing more on the feedback from the game in the Discord and stuff like that. Another thing that I wanted to mention was the rewards. I feel like they could bring back the NBA Infinite, the daily thing that we had at the beginning of the game, to help players out with getting copies of cards and materials and gold and stuff like that. Like the way that they have the Star Trials now, the thing that they had as well, the Infinite Pass, where every day you could log in and get a copy of this character or whatever. Like something like that should exist in the game normally. They need more events and more stuff like this to help players out with resources and stuff, because the game is pretty dry right now outside of just playing PV3, like 3v3 ranked. Like Dynasty is fun for some players, but I don't see it as fun. Like look at my rank, I barely touch this mode. In normal 11-point game is cool, but I'd rather just play ranked. There's nothing really that different from 11. It's just unranked stuff. 1v1 can be cool, but I don't play 1v1. And then 3-point contest, there maybe should be a dunk contest thing or something. Like there's modes that they could implement. Something I was thinking of was like in Dynasty, maybe something that could make Dynasty a little bit more fun is implement a mode where in Dynasty you could use your team, go against other players, and it's set up like the playoffs where you're in a round of 16, 32, whatever, and then you just play the like one-on games until like you advance all the way to the finals against this player, and then there's this, and then obviously there's rewards along the way based off where you finish. And like that could be a fun mode they could implement to incentivize players to play Dynasty or play the game more often. Like there's no events or anything special right now in the game. The game has been out for almost a month now. Like it's been over 3 weeks now, pretty sure. So it's like there's nothing really here to keep players playing the game since the Infinite Pass thing really went away. And then another thing, like, since I've hit Hall of Fame, I don't even know when the Hall of Fame season ends. I don't think you can check. I think I heard from Perceptor off of one of his stream that the season is going to reset on Sunday. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's nowhere here to check. And that's just like, they need more quality of life stuff. Like, how could I not check that? How can I not see that? How is that something I just didn't realize or wouldn't know if I didn't hear that? So yeah, there's just so many things that they can continuously upgrade and make the game better. I think the gameplay is fine. I think it can be fun when you're playing with good players and all this, and playing with friends or something. But there's definitely quality of life things that they can update and make the game a little bit more fun. Another one update I'm really looking forward to. I'm not sure if you're able to do it in practice or something. I've tried doing it, setting the controls in practice and then seeing if it worked, but locking the joystick, that is something that bothers me so much because it hurts the dribble moves that I'm going to do, just my overall movement, the shots that I'm going to take. I feel like being able to control the size of the joystick or the touchpad, whatever, and then locking that is an update I'm really waiting on. So yeah, that is something that I wanted to mention as well. So yeah, so just to go over the stuff that I want to see implemented or the devs or whatever do better in is better pull rates, better packs, stop being money hungry or focus more on customer feedback or player base feedback, increase the in-game resources from coins, gold, coaches, material like the mats, the advanced mats, stuff like that. The character pool, the characters that are available. I feel like characters should be coming out more often at this point in the game. The banners should be like including more players instead of the same players that you're seeing over and over again. They should be updating the original banners that are still there to include more characters. They should be adding more events or objectives to grind in the game. Have some incentives for players to come back and log in every day. Because right now the only reason I'm logging every day is because I just want to play 3v3 rank. That's where I get enjoyment from the game. But outside of that, there's nothing here that holds me onto the game to come back and say, damn, I want to grind to get me closer to this achievement or something like that. So yeah, those are just the stuff I wish they would work. Hopefully they're able to see this and take this feedback. I'm not able to join the focus group stuff because of the timing of when that stuff is. I'm still in school, so like I'm not able to, the timing for that stuff is just not for me. But yeah, if you have any comments as well, stuff that you'd also want to see implemented or them steering away from or focusing on, put that in the comment section down below. So yeah, that's going to be all for the video. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the subscribers. I've gained like almost 200 subscribers and just since the game has been out. I don't know what I'll do if the game is like it gets so terrible that I don't even want to play it anymore. But yeah, I'm loving all the support, guys. Like I really appreciate it. On my way to 1,000 subs, I'm gonna keep grinding, keep getting content out for y'all. So yeah, it's gonna be all. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.